In the heart of winter's fury, where the forest meets isolation, a choice was made. A man, faced with necessity, left a horse tied to a pine, meant to return, but fate had other plans. As his truck pulled away, one soul refused to accept abandonment. The German shepherd, watching from the truck bed, made a decision that would define them all. With jaws clamped on hope itself, a bale of hay, the dog leaped from the moving truck. The snow swallowed his landing, but not his purpose. Every step through chest-deep drifts was a prayer made physical. When he finally reached the horse, dropping the hay at its feet, it wasn't just food being delivered, it was a promise. You will not face the cold alone. But feeding a body doesn't warm it when nature wages war. As the storm intensified, the dog faced the hardest truth. Saving the horse meant leaving the horse. Through miles of punishing snow, legs that trembled and lungs that burned, he ran. Not from danger, but toward hope. Toward the only human who could finish what loyalty had started. Recognition. A truck in the village. Urgent barking, shattering the evening's peace. The man's face transforming from confusion to horror. Understanding blooming like ice across glass. Without hesitation, he geared up. The snowmobile roared to life, its headlights cutting through darkness. And beside the machine, impossibly, the dog ran again. Already exhausted beyond measure, but somehow finding more to give. The forest became a white maze of death. Visibility collapsed. Fallen tree blocked their path. The man spoke truth into the storm. It's death beyond this point. But they both knew death waited behind them too, in the form of a freezing horse. So they dismounted. They walked. Technology abandoned. Humanity and animal pressed forward on faith alone. 35.1 degrees Celsius. The thermometer transformed fear into numbers and numbers into action. The emergency call went out, but in the terrible waiting, with blizzard winds tearing at all hope, the dog did the only thing left. He curled against the horse's legs, warmth for warmth, life for life. The vigil wasn't just watching, it was sharing. Sharing cold, sharing breath, sharing the terrible mathematics of survival. Through the white chaos, headlights appeared. Not salvation alone, but the beginning of it. Trained hands, emergency blankets, coordinated movement, civilization reaching into wilderness to reclaim its own. The horse, wrapped in silver, guided toward transport, and the dog, mission finally complete, collapsed. The hero suddenly needing heroes. The man who had left now carried him. The circle somehow holding. In the sterile brightness of the veterinary clinic, science fought for what love had preserved. IV drips measured in drops per second. A thermometer rising from death toward life. And in the great dark eye of the horse, slowly, impossibly, awareness returned. Not just consciousness, but the will to use it. The decision to stay. Time passed, as it does for the living. The barn filled with thunder of hooves, not fleeing, but celebrating. Energy coursed where stillness had reigned. And when the man entered, extending his hand, the horse recognized more than a face. It recognized the architect of its rescue, the keeper of the loyal one. Forgiveness required no words, just a touch, and the understanding that some bonds survive even abandonment. In a bright winter morning after storms had passed, 3 lives converged on pristine snow. The dog, fully recovered, waited with barely contained joy. The horse, strong and whole, and when that great head lowered to nuzzle the shepherd's face, it was more than gratitude. It was recognition. The acknowledgement that loyalty isn't just doing what's asked, it's doing what's needed, even when the cost seems unbearable.